Stonebraker, and he does stuff, yeah. Feel the hum of the wheels out there. Not perfect, but he dares to dream. Hit that subscribe, make that bell scream.
What's up, YouTube? Stonebraker does stuff back with another video. Today, Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. So I am on a brand new trail today. I was gonna hold this off until the weekend, but had today off of work. Figured why not, you know? So I am about an hour-ish south of where I live. I'm in a town called Greencastle, Indiana. If Greencastle is famous for anything, anybody, any special situations or cool things that happen, I would tell you. But as far as I know, nothing. But I'm on the, and if I don't pronounce this right, I apologize, because I already forget the name of it, Vandalia Trail. So this is a pretty long trail throughout Indiana, and I believe what we're going to be doing today is about a 13 mile long trail. And there's a little squirrel. What's up, buddy? And supposedly it's a mixture of paved and pressed gravel like we're on right now, and asphalt and paved smooth roadway. So I'm pretty excited. This is supposed to go from Greencastle to a town called Amo. Hell, I don't know. And I don't even know if I'm even on the right trail. To be honest with you, I'm so spoiled by my local trail where it's just a big circle, and every parking spot specifically is an area where the trail starts that I don't even know. So the GPS took me to Walmart, yeah, across the street. I used my Carmen San Diego super sleuth skills to determine that I think the parking lot was across the road from Walmart. So I did find a parking lot. It's basically a little gazebo, pretty run down. But I did talk to a dude that was mowing, and he said that is a parking spot, and he does believe that this is the trail. So I was gonna bring out the Ranger just because it's a little bit easier to get on the bike rack, which, by the way, I cannot say enough good things about that bike rack. If you have any interest in purchasing a bike rack, it's not designed specifically for e-bikes, but it's perfect for e-bikes. Go back about 5 or 6 videos, you'll see the video for the review on the bike rack. I highly recommend you check it out. If you're looking for a rack without spinning a rack, definitely go back and check out this Kravitz Cyber Rack E2. They actually just came out with a new rack, so I'm sure it's better than ever. And who knows, maybe they dropped the price of this one down a little bit. We'll probably go ahead and do like an edit on the way back. But I always want to record just because in case something cool happens, like a tornado. Okay. So that says people pathways. So obviously there's a split here. Pretty confident we cannot go left, so let's go right. Okay, and then to the left, I think is where the horses. There's a sign right there, no horses. And thank God I'm not a horse. I wouldn't survive a day. All right, yeah, so this definitely is the trail here. It said that for so many miles it is this gravel, but it does eventually become, like asphalt. I gotta say something about this town though. So I don't know a whole lot about Greencastle. I think its population is about 10,000, and there was some construction, so I think the way I had to take is kind of like not through the main part of town, but like I came in this town and I was like, this town is ghetto. Like a lot of old buildings falling apart, a lot of like just broken stuff along the road. I was like, okay, definitely a ghetto town. But then as I got closer to the trail, which I think is probably like closer to like the heart of town, yeah, it's like complete opposite, like brand new houses, roads were like perfect. For a town of 10,000, they had a lot of like little strip malls and little stores and restaurants and stuff. So yeah, kind of weird how you come into a town and you're thinking, you know, it's like Detroit, Michigan from RoboCop, or whatever that town, I think it was Detroit, yeah. Like all ghetto, and then it completely changes. And what the hell do we got up here? Is this a ramp? Am I gonna ramp this? Oh man, I may have to ramp this. I may have to do a backflip. Okay, that was pretty cool. Not quite the ramp I was expecting, but it was still nice to have. You can definitely tell that this used to be a railroad track though. It's got that classic rail trail vibe to it. And it is a little chilly today too. I paid absolutely no attention to what the weather was going to be like. And I did happen to look at it like, you think I could have looked up at the sky and been like, hey, it's kind of overcast. Is it going to rain? But I didn't do that. I left my house, loaded up my bike, made sure I had my microphone and my necklace and everything I needed. Did not even pay attention. It could have been 100 degrees and sunny out and I wouldn't have even noticed. But then I started driving. I'm like, okay, it's a little overcast today, so let's check the weather. And weather says pretty much what I just said. It's supposed to be overcast, and there's a 15% chance of rain. So I like those odds, but because it's me, that 15% is probably going to triple by the time I'm done with the ride. So I figured we'll get out here relatively early today. It's 12:51. So at least I got motivated and left my house before 2 p.m. today. Okay, a little hill here, nice. Okay, we got another little hill, that's nice. So I have a feeling, from my understanding, is this is what we got here. Okay, a little loop-de-loop. Okay, pretty neat. But I'm already digging this because the terrain, it's like, of course, it's just packed gravel and it's just out in the middle of nowhere. But the terrain is like, you see there's a hill there. We've had some little loop-de-loops. So it's not just flat surface and just with no turns, which that can be super boring, which is the issue that I kind of had with the Sugar Creek Trail, the one that I rode a couple weeks ago. I mean, nothing wrong with it, just, it was long. It was like 5.9 miles, but it was just kind of just straight away. And, you know, I like to see some change. I like to have little signs, I've noticed too, like when you're passing some trees and stuff, there's little signs that kind of tell you what kind of trees they are. And this is a pretty wide trail too. Like right now, it just pretty much just looks like a gravel road. And I do think to the left that when I first got on here, when I had the Y where I could go left or right, and of course the left was blocked off, I do think that is a horse trail. So pretty cool. I do wish it was a little sunnier out. Always makes the picture look a little bit better with the GoPro when you've got sun. And I think there may be more people out too. Maybe we'd see some horses and crazy people out living their life on a Tuesday instead of working. All right, so we got a little area here, so I will have to note this next time I come that there is a parking spot right there. So let me see what this says here. If it says a town or anything. It does not. All right, yeah, so there was the horse trail. Okay. All right, so this is the Rid Path Trailhead. Do we go left or right? Definitely, I think we go left now. Because I'm pretty sure that just turns into a regular road, which it does. So let's take the left. Hi. Whoa. All right, not a fan of this. Not a fan of this gravel. This is like in the ocean. Some deep stuff here. You know what? Let's throttle through this. All right, what we got here? We got more signage. Man, I think I'm on the wrong trail, dude. I'm almost positive this is the horse trail now that I think about it. So, you know what? Let's go back. All right, we're gonna hit rewind. We're gonna head back here and we're gonna take the left. Because now that I think about it, yeah, I think this is definitely the horse trail. But I could be wrong. Who knows, actually. I don't know if this is a road or if this is the trail. Well, obviously, there's cars, so well, I guess we will find out. So hopefully, if this is just a road, that we don't get anybody behind us here, because nobody wants to get stuck behind an e-bike going 17 miles an hour when the speed limit's like 30. All right, so it looks like we're coming into a little town here. Yeah, I'm actually glad that I did bring the mock wheel a little bit, just because the tires on it are a little bit more aggressive. I wouldn't say that. The Haybike Ranger has some more aggressive tires, but definitely more aggressive than the Favado, which I've been all about, and it's a good bike, man. I really enjoy that Favado so far. I'm actually really happy with the 3 bikes I have. I'm not sure I've ever had, at one point I had 4 bikes at one time, but I don't know if I've ever had like 3 bikes where I really liked all of them. All right, now I think maybe we're getting up to the paved portion. I'm not for sure. Yeah, here we go. All right, so what happens here? I just want to know when we're going to get to the paved trail. I was told it was like 3.5 miles from where I started. Is this where it ends? Are you kidding me? What? No way. Okay, I see. We got to pass this road. Gotcha. Like to appreciate the people of Putnam County for opening this gate up just enough for me to barely get through. Appreciate it. Got another little loop-de-loop. And okay, another one here. Better slow down. Oh, that did not feel good on the sensitive parts, we should say. We need to check this road here, make sure we don't get run over by a combine or a tractor. We'll say that too. We are good. And I lied. I truly thought we were getting on pavement, but we're not. That's okay. I bought a drink carrier for this a few days ago. Speaking of tractors, there's a dude right there. Farming his life away for his family. Gotta feed them kids. Little Jimmy wants that new Xbox. Little Sonia, she wants that new pair of high heels. And the wife, well, she wants that fur coat. So he's gotta put in long hours farming the land. At least I'm assuming that's the case. You know, he could just be a single man, just doing what he can, eating hot dogs every night, cottage cheese, which actually, that doesn't sound bad. There's nothing wrong with a hot dog and some cottage cheese. So no disrespect to the cottage cheese lovers, thinking it's a cheap meal because it's not as fantastic. And again, as I talked about, like another bench, this place is really good with putting benches everywhere, and they're all dedicated to someone. And don't get hit crossing the road. All right, keep on going. So this dude up here has a dog, and I can't tell, but I hope he's on a leash. We will find out. If I get bit by a dog, I will be on the People's Court Friday, suing for all kinds of money. Oh yeah, that dog is totally off the leash. Looks like a German Shepard too. Should I ring my bell? Oh, they saw me. Good boy.
Run.
If you have a dog that reacts that way to strangers, and you're on a trail where people could be on at any time, I don't think it's the best idea to have him off the leash like that. Just my thoughts. You know, for me, obviously, not wanting to get attacked by. He was a gorgeous dog, but man, he was a German Shepherd, and he looked like he was violent. So eventually, I'm gonna have to turn around and come back. Hopefully, when I do that, I don't have to pass him again, because he's gonna see me coming. He may just dart off right at me. Now that might be the excitement that this video has been looking for, is a vicious dog attack. But for my sake, well, I don't know, like, I'll be honest, like she was wearing some pretty old, I look like sweatpants and a sweatshirt. So like if she was out here in like a $300 jacket and $700 designer shades, yeah, maybe I'd let that dog attack me. You know, have a better chance in court, but I don't know. Just people, if you have a dog that may be violent, who knows, maybe he's nice, maybe just showing his teeth and wanting to bite my leg just out of curiosity. But yeah, definitely keep him on a leash. Ooh. Little worried I wasn't gonna make it through that little spot right there. Luckily the poles were a little bit lower than my handlebars. All right, so according to the sign, we're in Coatesville. I believe we are on the right track. All right. Stop sign, cross traffic does not stop, but I sure as hell do. And we got a police up here just hanging out, talking to a buddy. You can find that in any small town in America. Nothing better to do. All right, so, okay. All right, Vandalia Trail, perfect. Okay, nice little small town here. All right, we gotta go around here. All right, now see, I'm digging this. all kinds of turns. We got asphalt now. Oh, I hate driving through these. Whew, just short enough to make it. Vandalia Trail, okay. We gonna make it again? Yes. All right. So it only took 40 minutes into the ride, but we're now on a nice paved trail. We got the trees around us. Ain't got no dog trying to bite my ankle, my leg, my right hip, my right arm, my ear. Basically the whole right side of my body trying to attack me and bite all that. Oh yeah, so this is super sweet. It's all dark and yeah. I will say one thing, this is super smooth. I wish our trail, the whole trail was like this. Didn't have those cracks and bumps and everything. This is like smooth as you could wish for. And we got some people up here. I think we may have at least one e-bike, maybe two. Or I could be completely wrong, which is probably the case. We'll find out. Hi. Hi. Yeah, it looks like they were just on regular bikes. So if you like just long videos, I'll tell you what, I have been producing them just left and right these last, oh man, every time. I know I'm gonna make it, but it's a little scary. And I almost want to go on that road right there just to see that kid just walking with his pig. But yeah, definitely, if you're a fan of the long videos, these are definitely for you. And which way do I go here? Obviously I gotta go straight. I think there's like 4 or 5 different areas that you could start the trail at. And I think once it ends up here, I think there's even a longer path. I'm not entirely for sure. Okay, it's pretty neat. Okay, we're getting into this. Okay, now this is what we're talking about here. I like this. Maybe this is where that pond's at I saw. I don't know, we'll find out. Okay, that's an e-bike. I know an e-bike when I see one. Hi. Oh yeah, here's a Crittenden Creek. Hi. All right, so it's not a pond, but it is a little creek, so maybe that's still up ahead. I am not for sure. But yeah, I knew that dude was on an e-bike. I think he had an Adventure or whatever they're called. The GoPro's about to die, which there's a bench up here. We'll stop here real quick. Let me check the battery, make sure it's still good. We should probably change it anyways though, to be honest with you. So let's do that. So all right, I'm gonna stop right here. Is this bench dedicated to anyone? No, I'm gonna dedicate it to the YouTube channel, Stonebraker Does Stuff, and we'll be back as soon as I change the battery. All right, so what was like 10 seconds for you guys was like 3 minutes for me. I fell into a little hole, yeah. I had to use the bathroom, so I made sure I was all alone, and yeah, and when I turned around, there was a big hole that had nothing in it, and my right foot fell into it. So yeah, I don't know if it's sprained or if I'm just a big baby. You know, we've got to be getting pretty close to the end of this trail, I would think, or this portion of the trail, the portion I was going to ride. According to this, we're about 11.5 miles, so maybe 1.5 miles, but I do see a little area up here that looks like it's going to be a little parking spot. So is this AMO? A-M-O? Is this the town? See if we can see a sign or anything. We'll find out. Yeah, this is ammo. This is it. Wow. I made it. You know what? Let's do a little swoop through town. You know, I live in a small town, but this is even a smaller town. Look at this, a little pizza and general store. It's pretty cool. All right, guys, so 50 minutes to do about 13 miles, a little less than 13 miles. I am gonna go ahead and record the ride back just because, you know, hey, something happens like that dog is there and Cujo decides to nibble. This time it'll be on my left leg. I wanna get that on camera, but we'll probably speed through it. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this ride. When I get back to the car, I'll do a outro and all that stuff, but this was the Vandalia Trail, the portion I rode. Started in Greencastle, Indiana, and it ended in Amo, Indiana. So, with that being said, 50 minutes to do 13 miles. Let's see if we can do these 13 miles in 50 seconds starting. Let's start the countdown now. Oh, coyote, don't attack me. Okay, had to stop the video, just had a coyote run in front of me. That was exciting. German Shepard tried to bite my leg. Coyote didn't even care. So, ran away like a big freaking baby. All right, back to the super speed. All right, guys, as I talk into the microphone like a 1980s game show host, we made it. So now all that's left to do is put the bike up, drive an hour home, and conclude this video. Of course, I'm going to edit it, all that good stuff, but this was the Vandalia Trail. I actually really liked it. It was pretty cool. A mixture of gravel and paved rock and hopes and dreams and coyotes and mean German Shepherds and everything. And yeah, totally riding around just to get this out. But as always, thank you guys for spending your time helping me waste my time, and we'll see you in the next one.